Good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing good. And you're staying dry, because I'm not. Man, it is wet. We were supposed to have actually little mini tornadoes here today, which is crazy. We don't get that kind of stuff. It didn't happen, but we did have some thunder, still kind of doing it. We just had a big old squall come through. A lot of rain. Anyway, I just wanted to bring this to the attention of people because this is the state lab right here that did the testing on Bryan. Now, get this. In August of 2022, the Idaho Bureau of Laboratories, IBL, they mishandled monkeypox samples, leading to a false positive and a false negative result, prompting an internal investigation, you guys. I mean, wow. And this is the lab that's handling the Bryan stuff. So the IBL inadvertently swapped two patient samples, you guys, resulting in one person who didn't have monkeypox receiving a positive result, and another person with monkeypox receiving a negative result. You know what that means? You got the one with the negative result running around thinking they're all safe and sound and don't have any monkeypox, right? Yeah. So the investigation, what happened was the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare announced the lab's error and initiated an internal investigation to determine the cause and prevent future occurrences. Yeah. So they did their own test. But what happened, I think, is they did their own test, another one, and that's why they brought it to their attention, because it was not what they got out of theirs. So anyway, the impact, of course, was the error caused a false positive for one person and a false negative for another, which could have had significant public, health implications. And yeah, that's pretty scary, you guys. That's not pretty scary. That's so scary. I mean, you think about a lab, right? A lab, you're not supposed to fuck up in a lab. Well, you're not supposed to screw up with any of your jobs, but I mean, this is like, well, it could be life and death, put it that way. In many cases. So the timeline, the error was discovered after the lab sent samples to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, for confirmation, where the discrepancy was definitely noticed. The remedies. The lab conducted a full-scale investigation to identify the source of the error and established remedies to ensure that it does not happen again. God, this is crazy, you guys. Because some of the things that were said on here, let me see if I can find one. Let's see. There's one that's pretty good in here. Let me see if this is it. Little girl's going crazy. Okay, so. Okay. I didn't even really know what the monkeypox stuff was. It's kind of scary. I mean, no, you don't want that, that's for sure. Well, I'm not sure we could really, because it's kind of, let me see. I thought it was kind of mainly in one group, but I could be wrong. Anyway, my cat's going crazy. So, let me see. So 4 days later, so these people were running around for 4 days, you guys. 4 days. You got one home with sick, thinking they can't go anywhere, and they don't feel sick at all. The other one who feels like shit and thinks they're safe or whatever. That's crazy. Crazy days. Yeah. So, let me see what it says in here. I know there's some interesting statement down in here, I think, from the guy in the lab. So that's what I'm trying to find here. Oh, monkeypox outbreak. So status report. The CDC reports 6,617 confirmed cases of monkeypox in the U.S. as of August 3rd. So this is 2022. At least 6 of those cases are in Idaho, according to state and local public health agencies. Idaho's first case was confirmed nearly a month ago. At least 500 vaccine doses have been provided to Idaho and distributed to public health districts. More than 26,000 cases are reported worldwide. Let me see. So, okay, here it is. So Christopher Ball, the director of the Idaho Bureau of Laboratories, told the Capital Sun on Tuesday afternoon what went wrong and what the laboratory is doing to prevent future errors. So the laboratory is one of Idaho's largest and most capable of running complex tests. You hear that? One of the largest and the most capable. And I think even more so now, because didn't they get well, maybe that was in 2022. They got a big grant or something, I think. I think that happened in 2022. Anyway, so it has been the starting place for much of the pandemic's COVID-19 testing advancements. That's scary in itself right there. I mean, if they can't get 2 samples right in a lab, and then they're doing a bunch of COVID ones. It also has a high containment area, where scientists can safely run tests for things like monkeypox without contaminating the rest of the laboratory. So there's an important rule for the containment area. Objects that go in do not come out. So when the laboratory received a potentially infectious sample, an employee would take the specimen into the containment area and leave the paperwork behind in the lab so it wouldn't have to be destroyed. What's that again? So the employee would take the specimen into the containment area and leave the paperwork behind in the lab so it wouldn't have to be destroyed. Oh, because of getting out. Okay. So each sample comes with 2 labels that identify the patient. One label stays with the paperwork and one goes with the specimen. So before the current monkeypox outbreak, the lab rarely needed to test more than 1 patient sample a day in the containment area, Ball said. So there were few situations where labels could be mixed up between 2 samples. But on Thursday, the lab received 2 samples. Ooh, so much. And that's just what happened. And that's just what happened. It just happened. We all felt pretty foolish once we saw the error of our ways, Ball said. How my staff handled it as soon as they were alerted to a problem by the CDC on Monday, they immediately notified me. The laboratory corrected the test results and sent them out immediately, he said. Still, a patient with monkeypox may have spent 4 days believing they didn't have an infectious disease. Ooh, don't want to look at that. Yucky. So, Ball said the staff quickly came up with a simple solution to prevent a problem of this magnitude in the future. They make an extra copy of paperwork that could be thrown away, so it could go into the containment area alongside the test specimen. Well, how smart is that? I mean, wow. Takes a genius. Sorry, I'm a little testy today. Mistakes, unfortunately, are part of the laboratory business. What? Mistakes, unfortunately, are part of the laboratory business. That's not a very good... That's kind of a STEM thing to say. Ball told the Idaho Statesman in an interview about the error. How they're handled is a measure of the staff we have here. How they're handled, you need new staff. God, man, what a weird thing to say. That's crazy. Kitty's loving on the phone right now. Hi, you got CPIs. What about earlier samples? Has this ever happened before? And the CDC or the state lab just didn't catch the error. Ball said that was part of the investigation. because we get so few samples in our high containment lab, there weren't many tests. Wait, because we get so few samples in our high containment lab, there weren't many tests where a mix-up was even possible, he said, but a review of those tests found no evidence to suggest this ever happened before. You'd think they would have known it if it happened before, because that someone would have caught that, right? That's just crazy. Anyway, so that's the monkey, the funky monkey. Right about this time too, and I can't find it. There was a lab downtown in Moscow, I believe, and it was, I don't even want to go into it. Apparently, it was pretty nasty inside, and they got in some big trouble. I don't remember the gist of it. I just remember that it was really bad. Like, definitely contaminated, and it was really gross. I don't know if I want to even find that one. But anyway, I thought I'd bring you this one. And in this case, monkey see, monkey don't do. You just take care of your business. And 2 samples at a time, you guys? Wow. Jeez. That just seems so weird to me, because, I mean, I'm such a multitasker. Most of the time, I used to be better at it, of course, when we were younger, but still, you got to pay attention. And you think of it, just 2 samples, that just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right at all. You want it back up there? I got her a couple toys yesterday, and she, one of them is a thing you stick on the windshield. It's got a little suction cup, and it's got a little ball, and it's got little feathers on it. She went nuts over that thing. And then she's got this one. What's this one? It's got little, of course, it's got a little ball. Of course, you got to have some noise, but it has got ribbons hanging off of it on a long pole. So she likes her little pole things where you shake them around and she just goes flying. She doesn't see you, she just flies. You got to be really careful. All right, you guys. All right, love y'all. And this is crazy stuff right now, isn't it, you guys? Not that I was crazy before. No. It is, boy, howdy. They've opened up Pandora's box, man, and what a hell of a box she's got. Jeez Louise. Alrighty. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Have a great day.